Hello, my Hans. I am glad you came back to this channel. Yes, you guys, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these quick strawberry cream cheese little pastry holes. Something simple, something quick. Let's get started. Okay, trying to get this camera adjusted. I have my oil here, right here on the stove. And these are some of the cream cheese, strawberry cream cheese balls I've already made. I'm going to show you guys how I made these. I've already prepared these. Got them in this container here. Right here, I have some cream cheese. You can pick this up from your local grocery store. You want to make sure this is room temperature. I had it sitting on the stove, but that's okay because it's not hot on that back area of the stove. So I'm just going to sit it over here. And then here I have me some strawberries preserved, and this was homemade. These are the ones that you can pick up from Walmart in the freezer section, maybe 5 to 6 minutes. I cooked them down with just about a half a teaspoon of water, and then I had about a half a bag of those strawberries. And I just cooked them down just like that, made sure they had the right consistency, and I just put them in the refrigerator. And then also I have here some cream cheese. Now this cream cheese is something that I had already pre-made, but you can see that it's kind of creamy and it was sitting in my refrigerator. But only thing I added to this was about 4 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and I added just a little pinch of little drop of vanilla flavor. But I'm not going to use this batter today. I'm going to go ahead and use for my filling. I'm going to make up another cream cheese because the kids, they said they didn't like the powdered sugar in theirs, but I don't know why they said that. But I'm going to go ahead and just give them the regular sugar, and I'll just say this batter for myself. But the ones right here have this batter inside of them, also with the strawberry filling that I showed you guys. And this is the pastry that I'm going to be using. I did not make my own this time. I just picked this up from a local grocery store. Now this is the one for the pie crust. It's already folded out like for a pie, but I'm going to be breaking it down so I can form it into the right consistency that I need to make these pastry rolls. I'm going to go ahead and get this open up. It's just going to come out like this. And actually the kind that I buy from my local grocery store, it comes with two of these little bags right here. And you can make plenty with this, but like I said, this is the one that you use for like on the cover of a pie. But I don't think it matters. Let me get my scissors because this thing get on here. Little bag. They like it, they want to open, so then my scissors to get it open. You guys are doing well today. I'm glad you came back to hang out with me today. See how to make this quick recipe for the kids or just for yourself, for your family. Something easy and simple. So you just take this out, and this is how it's gonna look like this. Because like I said, it's for basic for like if you want to roll it on top of a pie. I don't know if you guys see it. It's really, really soft. I took it out of the refrigerator around about probably 15 minutes ago. But as you can see, it's kind of rolled out like if you will put it on a pie. But I'm not going to use it like that. I'm going to go ahead and break it up like this in half and put it in my little bowl. And then it's just going to roll out like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and tear it in half. It's going to be okay. And I'm going to go ahead and make my filling. I have a bowl right here. And I'm going to, and this is one that I've already made. I've been eating on this one. Really, really good. So let me get a spoon. And here's my cream cheese, like I showed you guys earlier. I'll open this up. And since I don't have a whole lot of dough left, I'm not just going to waste this whole thing of cream cheese. So I'm just going to do half of a stick in that bowl. Then I'm going to close the rest of it up to save for something else. Stick this in the refrigerator. Wash off my hands. You want to have your oil. You want to have your oil like on a low heat. You don't want to have it on a real high heat because you don't want it to burn. Now I'm using an olive oil. You watched my videos before. Uh, you will know that I just used this olive oil right here. And I picked this up from Sam's, this real big jug. I like to get this. And every time when I go in there, sometimes I know I need to pick up two, but I always just pick up one. And I have to travel back up there probably at the end of the month. Because sometimes it'll last me and then sometimes it won't. It's just according on how many dishes that I'm making that I might have to use for that calls for olive oil in it. But I do frying in it and everything. So that's why I use a lot of it. But I have olive oil in this skillet. And I already fried that one up that I showed you guys. Okay, so I got the cream cheese here in the bowl. And since I'm just using half of it, I'm just going to got my sugar here in the bowl. I'm just going to add about this much sugar. So that's about a teaspoon. And that's going to be plenty for this half a stick. Now, if I was using the whole stick, I would have added 2 teaspoons of that sugar. And this is the pure sugar that I'm using. I usually pick it up from Walmart or you can get it from like your Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead, make sure that your cream cheese is room temperature. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just start stirring this up. I'm not going to take long to mix. Something that I really don't need my blender for. Mash it down. Since cream cheese is room temperature, it's going to make it even easier to go ahead and, you know, mix together and get it all creamy. Now you can double this recipe. It's just pouring on how many you want to make. But these are good for parties. Like if you have a special event that you want to have something different to show to your guests. This is something simple and easy that you can make. And the only thing that sugar do is just put like a little sweetening to the cream cheese because the strawberries, they're kind of tart and there's no sugar added in the strawberries. Like I said, I got those from Walmart. You want to use the fresh strawberries that comes in the freezer section. Or if you have time, a lot of time on your hand, you can just buy the ones that they have over there in the fruit section and you can just cook those down. But this is how it needs to be. And I'm not going to use a large amount because I don't want to waste it. But this is enough for what I'm trying to do for them. It's a lot of it still on the spoon, but I get that off later. And I would have done more if I would have had more pastry or that puff pastry. So this is how it should look. Okay. But like I said, this is good for parties or something that you can have people coming over, you inviting people over. This is something good you can use, a good recipe, simple that you can use, you know, to make that special dish. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and get a piece of the dough. It don't have to be all special and pretty because it's going to form into like a little pastry hole, like a little, like the donut holes. That's what it's going to form into. Okay, I have my strawberries right here that I've cooked down. Once again, if you didn't hear it, these are the ones. Came from Walmart, freezer section. Put them on the stove, about a teaspoon of water. Watch them, low heat, and then they're going to get soft. So you're going to just kind of smash them down. And this is what this will come up to. And if you haven't checked out my McDonald's cream cheese pie, check that out in a video that I did, and you'll see me making this fresh strawberry mixture from hand scratch. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just stir up my strawberry mixture here. And then I'm going to take about maybe this much, not even a whole teaspoon, and I'm just going to put a little bit in the middle like that. Then I'm going to go in with about the same amount of the cream cheese mixture. And then I'm just going to drop it on top like that. Try to get some more off the spoon. Okay. At this point, it should look like this. And then what you're going to do, you're just going to take the side and you're going to close it up like that. You might have to press out the other side a little. You're going to close it up like that. Same thing on this side. And excuse me, you guys, if you hear my smoke alarm. That alarm I have, it's wired. It's not the one that you buy from Walmart where you can just pick up in a box, put batteries in it, and hang it on the wall. Mine is wired through my house. And I changed one. I think that's the one. Changed another one. I think that's the one. They're wired. So I gotta get someone to look at it to figure out what's going on. But excuse that alarm if you hear it in the background. So at this point, you're just gonna close it up just like this. And if you have some coming out, just grab you a small piece of dough, press it out a little bit, and just cover up that hole, just like this. But that don't happen every time. But just in case it do, that's all you need to do. And I really love this pastry because it's really soft and you can mold it back into the shape that you desire. And I really like that. And I'm gonna add another piece right there just to make sure it's closed. Okay, at this point it's closed. And the only thing you're gonna do is just move it around in your hand a little bit like that. And then I'm just gonna give it a small little roll to make sure it's mended all together. And if you want to, you have some pieces that being a little stubborn, you can just pinch them. And once you pinch it, it's gonna go into the right shape. I like to give mine a little roll, make sure it's all together. Okay, this is how it's gonna look when you get done. And I'm just gonna add it to the tray. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get these dropped in here so you can see how they're gonna fry up. I'm gonna move everything to the side. Okay, this is the one that the kids recommended. And these are the ones that I will be eating myself. So I'm just gonna drop it in my oil. And you want to make sure your oil is not real hot. I had mine like on a 2 because I didn't want it to, be too hot when I dropped it in the oil. But this is hot enough because this one it's already frying up at the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that camera down so you can see. Move this one over right here. Where it's going to the side, but that's okay. As you can see, that one is frying up. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add another one. I'm going to add one right here. And this is the one that the kids requested. And I will be making them some more, but I just wanted you guys to see how these are easily made, very affordable, that you can make. I mean, your strawberries in the bag at Walmart, probably a little under $2. Um, and the cream cheese, you can get that from Always for about 89 cents a pack. And then the puff pastry, you might spend $2.50. So you're making homemade cream cheese pastry holes for, I'm going to say $5 at the most. These are cooking up really, really cute. I'm just going to move them around. Once you get them in the oil, probably going to let them stay on in the oil for about maybe 5 to 6 minutes on each side to make sure the dough is cooked good all the way around. And you can move them from time to time if you prefer. But if you don't want to move them, it's okay. But I just like to move mine to make sure that same temperature is circulating all around Big Red. This is Big Red. It has a red handle. I picked up this skillet, and I always mention it in my videos. But I picked this up from Aldi's probably about 4 months ago, maybe 5. Really love this skillet. I love that it's wide, and since it has the red bottom and the red handle, I just call it Big Red. I hope you guys are doing well today. Staying blessed, and I'm going to finish up this little piece right here while those are cooking. It tastes really, really good. And like I said, it'll take about 5 minutes. You can have your eye like about on the number 3, number 4. That's kind of like on my stove. That's kind of like almost in the middle because you don't want them to cook up too quick. because you're going to want to make sure that your pastry is not doughy when you're done. Just want to get that crisp. That's what you're looking for, that crisp. And as soon as this done, I'm going to let the kids take a bite to see if this is how they prefer theirs. So what are you guys cooking on the stove today? What are you baking in the oven? What pastries are you making? Are you just sitting back chilling and said, what did you say? Did you say, not today, handful? We're going to the restaurant. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes we have those days where we just don't feel like getting in the kitchen. Some days, believe it or not, I be so busy where the kitchen, I have to be in and out. I grab a cup of coffee or something like that, and I be on the go with doing something very important. Usually my day starts around about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. It might not end till 1 o'clock. 12:30 to 1 o'clock, just saying, like, I be on the go. And a lot of times I'm in this kitchen trying to make these great recipes for you, my hon. So you guys can bring a lot of these great desserts and dishes to your table and different things that you might want to make for your family. And they'll be excited to know that you made it with love from scratch. And really, I know they'll be really appreciated for your time and effort. Okay, this one is mine right here, but I'm gonna let it. No, this is the one that the kids wanted. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these other ones over. Just gonna give it a little flip like that. Make sure it look like this. You can do these in a pot if you like to. Like you have like a small little pot. You can do these as well. And the only thing that will do is they'll be like covered, they'll be under the oil. But the pan, the skillet, that'll be just fine. Be the same on if you do it in a pot, 5 minutes, 6 minutes on each side. I like to turn mine. If you see right there, see where that dough right there is still a little white? That's why I like to turn mine. So that oil will get all the way up in there like it's bubbling up in there to make sure that it's getting cooked. Because like I said, you don't want your dough to be uncooked. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one over. The one I did for the kids. As you can see, a little of that cream cheese is popping out on the side. Perfectly fine. So that strawberry showing right there. Just could imagine how this is going to taste. So they've been on this side about maybe 3 minutes. I'm just going to keep turning them. Make sure they're done all the way through. Bring them back to the higher part of the oil. But these don't take long after you put them in that hot oil, because if you saw the puff pastry that I used, it's not on a thick texture. So you don't have to cook them, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, nowhere near that time. About 5 minutes on each side, and they will be ready. These are cooked up well. I'm going to go ahead and take out this first one. I'm just going to shake it some to get that excess olive oil out. You can put these on a napkin or whatever you prefer to put them on. Turn my eye off. And what I'm doing, I'm moving it to aluminum pan, and then I'm going to put them in my dish right here. I'm going to take out my powdered sugar to sprinkle mine, since the kids don't want powdered sugar on theirs. I'll just take it out to sprinkle on mine. This is the powdered sugar that I'm going to use. And I like to put powdered sugar in the bottom of my dish. Bring the camera back up. This is my last dish. And I just like to sprinkle powdered sugar in the bottom like that. I'm going to move my skillet over here. Actually, I'm going to move my skillet to the back. Get it out the way. And rinse my hands off because I got powdered sugar on my hands. Oh, y'all know your hand for a mama. Boy, I just have to have my stove clean. And a whole lot of stuff on it. This is how they look. I'm just going to transfer them over to this dish. Just like that. Make sure y'all can see. And this is how they're looking. And this is the one the kids wanted. So I'm not going to put any powdered sugar on the top of theirs. But I did sit it down in the bottom just so it could be all pretty when they were done. This is how they look. I'm going to open one up, let you guys see how they should look in the middle. Now they still on the little hot side, so you want to let these probably sit for just a little bit so they'll mold together. This is how it should look inside, you guys. Wow, they look so delicious. You guys, I'm done. I've done it again. Your handful, mama. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. It's right beside the subscribe button. You guys, stay blessed. Always stay safe. And this is your handful mama kitchen now. I'm going to do things my way. So when you comment, just make sure it's positive. It's not, it don't cost anything to be positive and leave a positive comment. Even if you think different, just leave something positive. But you guys, don't forget to subscribe. Please hit that notification bell. Share this video with everyone. Make sure you comment, like I said, positive comments. You guys, I'll see you later. Mama T, how you doing, love? I hope you and Sister Pam are doing really great. I enjoy y'all great smiles and laughs. So I'll be checking out you later to see what videos you have dropped. But I'll see you later, my Hans. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a good one.